And now that Chapter 7 is over, let's begin Chapter 8, The Final Knot. Ay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ay, yeah. Dum da 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 dee dum. Dee 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 dum dee 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 dum dum dun 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 da 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 da. All right, we're gonna do that. This is gonna change to this. Actually, there's no reason for me to do that. I don't need to do the swap around. The swippity swap, or the swappity swoop. I'm gonna undo everything I just did and waste everyone's time. The next morning, Salem, Day 8. Town Hall, the Provisional Court. Rabble.
Evil. Evil everywhere. Spreading, overpowering, rampant. I guess I don't have to bother with this disguise anymore. Nobody's paying any attention to us at this point. Matahari, look at those two. What the? They were both executed alongside me. They are ghouls. Over there, and over there. Ghouls everywhere. I don't understand. Even once I could have sworn we defeated her here. Maybe they're like Tituba and they keep reviving as long as they have a role to play. Apparently, living people as well, but mixed in, beside these monsters. What is it, Neja? Why do you keep glaring at everyone? There's no one here but monsters. Granted, it would feel pretty amazing to just let loose and go all out against these things. Then again, if the way they're looking at us is anything to go by, it may come to that. I was looking for Sanson. However, not here, as I expected. That is a relief. He always was a heavy sleeper.
So it's technically daybreak now, even though the day hasn't broken, and this town's looking more and more like a set of a damn zombie movie. What did the Bible call this again? The Last Supper?
No, that was one of Da Vinci's most famous paintings. Perhaps you meant the Last Judgment from the Book of Revelation. Oh, but I guess you're familiar with it. By the way, Robin, I can't thank you enough for your help yesterday, and for keeping an eye on Senpai in prison all night.
Don't worry about it. I wasn't gonna let them take advantage of the confusion and execute Master in secret.
There's Senpai and Kirke. I see that Abby is here too. I guess she made it through the night okay, but she still seems awfully depressed.
Oh, we're just gonna casually have a court session while the ghouls are here? Are they the jury or what? We're just gonna ignore them? Alright. The court is now in session. Will the defendant please step forward?
Well, ain't this a lovely view?
Defendant, Kirke. This court will now review the charges levied against the Gouda Company's child actress, Kirke, who stands accused of being a witch.
Excuse me, I am the queen actress. Yes, actress, get it right. Jeez.
Kirke, you are accused of practicing witchcraft in public. There are a large number of people in this very courtroom who can attest to that personally. Do you admit your guilt in this matter?
Well, guess I've got no choice.
The Book of Exodus clearly states, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." Can you tell this court why you went against God's teachings and sullied your hands in witchcraft?
I couldn't care less about your piddling little god. The only divinity that I worship is Hecate, goddess of witchcraft and necromancy. But I will say this. The only reason I used witchcraft back there was to keep innocent people safe. I never meant any harm.
So you admit your foul deeds of your own accord. I commend your honesty. Though your crimes are still punishable by death and shall never be forgiven, I am willing to grant you mercy in light of your honesty. Executioner, attach heavy weights to her feet to ensure her hanging is quick and painless. Yes, Your Honor. Forget that! Burn her! It's not an execution if she doesn't suffer through it. Witches deserve to be burned at the stake. Yeah, that's right. Cook her, roast her, and serve her up on a plate.
I see, so that's what that feels like. Thanks, I hate it.
I suppose you did the best you could.
You're up next, Gouda. And just so you know, I'm afraid that my death-faking medicine won't work on you.
Defendant, Gouda. Gouda, you stand accused of many crimes. First are the allegations from Mr. Carter. Tell us, officer, were you able to corroborate his claims? I did find the remains of a campsite in the woods, Your Honor. But I'm afraid it was already deserted, so I can't say for sure if Tituba was staying there. I see. Then we shall put Mr. Carter's allegations aside for the moment. You know, the place seems kind of full of the living dead. It is no sin for one to revive on one's own power. It is one of God's greatest miracles. Yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah. Where can I find a female corpse? Someone give me a young female corpse.
Oh, it's him. I guess he must have died in the riot.
You know, I wonder what all these ghouls are gonna eat once there's no more corpses left to go around.
Themselves. Their very sins. The desire to atone can never be satiated. It is one of the great impurities.
The next accusation leveled against Gouda is...
That's it! I've had enough! Even if Mr. Ringmaster did do something bad, it's not his fault. It's because that he has always tried to help others, whether me or someone else, without worrying about himself or how it might look. What about me? I'm a witch, remember? You saw that plain as day, right? Why are you trying to frame innocent people when you have a real witch right here in front of you?
No, that won't do at all. There must be a clear, unmistakable motive. Otherwise, my objective will never be met. I need atonement. True atonement. My niece is lying. She's off on one of those flights of fancy so common to girls her age. It's no surprise that a skilled performer would have any number of tricks up his sleeve intended to mislead anyone who might cross his path. And of course, he could just as easily use those tricks to have others take the fall for his own misdeeds.
Uncle Carter?
If I may address the spectators directly, would you mind if I led this court's proceedings for a moment? I trust that's all right with you, Your Honor. Very well, I shall permit it. You are certainly qualified to practice law. Thank you, Your Honor.
The whole atmosphere just changed in an instant.
Guess they're done with the pretense. As you will soon see, these traveling performers are directly responsible for Abigail's sins. First of all, let us refresh our memories pertaining to her first sin. Defendant Abigail Williams.
Abby? Why? She does not speak.
You seem oddly okay with this, Mash. This pertains to the events that befell Abigail's parents. I created the first Salem with great attention to detail. My goal was to recreate history faithfully. However, it began to diverge from the moment of its creation. Humans truly are strange creatures. Even faced with identical situations, the outcome will differ in ways both large and small. But the one thing that remained constant was that a girl named Abigail Williams was always at the center. I decided I had to keep a very close eye on this girl. Though the Williams' death may have been caused by a gun misfiring and a wagon overturning, young Abigail's actions were always ultimately behind them. That was when we first met, wasn't it, Abigail?
Yes, Uncle. Mother went quiet. Father's neck got tangled in the reins. And in the sky above the woods, there were many black birds.
Now, let us address her next sin. In the second Salem, I inadvertently allowed Caldia to enter. It was an act of interference I never foresaw, stemming from a single one of their observational instruments. Floris's near-future observational lens, Sheba, a highly advanced hybrid of science and magecraft capable of acquiring highly detailed visual data. When the demon god pillars acted contrary to Geisha's expectations, it was able to observe and restrain them. A detestable feature that was equal parts safety and liability. And as if to prove that point, it scrounged up what little intelligence it had and then had the temerity to act on its own accord, summoning a heroic spirit and sending it to this very land. Apparently, the Queen of Sheba was the only human geisha ever trusted. What a disgusting display of sentiment. How anyone could feel such things is beyond me. At any rate, Sheba detected the surviving demon god pillar and alerted Caldia. Then it overloaded the heroic spirit summoning system and used itself as a catalyst to send a single heroic spirit into Salem. I will admit, it was a quick and expeditious act. At that point, the Salem phenomenon had devoured the magical energy of the 50,000 people inside and was proceeding at 105,000 times normal speed. This heroic spirit's interference caused it to slow down dramatically. However, doing so exhausted the heroic spirit, and the potency of her abilities was greatly reduced. Ah, yes, that reminds me. Whatever happened to the real Tituba Abigail?
She became a ghoul. She's still in the woods, even now.
That's right. It was your suggestion, and it was truly a wonderful one. As I recall, ghouls consume the mind of the dead, thereby becoming one with them. Isn't that right? Let us now address her third sin. Although the heroic spirit had been rendered nearly powerless, slowing down time had a hugely detrimental effect on the test's efficiency. And I had already used up the fifth Salem. With time and magical energy running out, I began to grow reckless. It was then that I asked you for advice. And what was it that you said to me?
I said I would like to have a friend. One who is a poor lonely child, completely forsaken by God. And even if God didn't love her, I could.
Hmm?
Ah!
Lavinia Waitley!
Lavinia! You shouldn't be here, run! No. It's time I had my day in court, too.
Lavinia Waitley! If you have decided to stop fleeing and are prepared to answer for your crimes, you are welcome in my court.
Thank you, Lavinia.
It's her. I've always wanted to eat her. I can't wait any longer. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Of course it's the Reverend over here. I've always wanted to eat the little girl. Back off, buddy. No one lays a hand on our witness while we're around.
Mr. Carter, I've got some evidence, too.
Oh, really? If it will help these proceedings go smoothly, I'd be very happy to hear it.
Sure. Here it is!
Yeah! Ah!
It's powder of Imgazi, designed to make spirits materialize. Want to know whose corpse I made it from? If you're going to hold a trial, it needs to be on even ground. It's not fair for you to be the only one in a mask. Now, show yourself.
Waitley! Yeah, that's a good bird voice right there.
Great! Thanks for all the help! Now I can get into this courthouse's bounded field in my true form.
The Queen of Sheba?
I haven't handled a demon god in a long time, but don't worry, it's just like riding a bike. Now then, demon god Pillar Raum, if you're going to show your true identity and use your full power, then I have no qualms about expanding the scope of negotiations. Hi, Master of Caldia, you're all set. As long as I'm here in this courtroom, nothing you do will break any religious precepts. And you'll no longer have to worry about an intelligence debuff. I promise you a square deal.
Thanks, Your Majesty. But, aren't we still at a disadvantage?
No need for thanks. We can talk about price later.
Burn the witches! Burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them! Ghouls everywhere. So that's why they didn't give a shit. The hell? Does this mean every villager here is already a ghoul to begin with?
Guess so. This means they were even better at disguises than us, much as it pains me to admit it. So, by day they're rational people, and by night they're voracious ghouls. I don't know if Abigail affected them or if they affected Abigail, but whatever the case, they're clearly not holding back anymore. That's true, but even so, they were all human when this began. Perfectly ordinary humans who simply had the misfortune of finding themselves trapped in this Salem. Everyone's like that when you get past the surface. You never have to worry about this with animals. I was careless, negligent. Do we need to eradicate them? They're all coming at us at once. What should we do, Master?
We've got this. We're gonna beat them and the Demon God Pillar.
Is that Tituba? No, that's... Not again. How many times has it been? I'm sick of this! Sick of it! Abby, look at me.
Ah! Her fourth sin was inviting the souls of sinners here into Salem. She summoned those who took part in humanity's witch hunts here, and did so most mercifully. Traitors who let their fears get the better of them and sold out their own families. I'm gonna go back to normal horse. Instigators who succumbed to the sick thrill of entrapping others. Double-crossers who refused to face the truth of the torture machine in which they were complicit. Hypocrites who were harangued all who would listen about invisible demons only they could see. Yes, they were all irredeemably greedy, so greedy that even I can no longer satiate them. Even in death, they begged for redemption, so they entrusted their wish for forgiveness to a false grail.
Abigail!
It looks like Abigail wasn't censored. How nice. Time to slay some ghouls. Owie.
Yosh. 罠だ。うわ。
Caw! I'm a horrible eldritch monster, burb.
じゃあこういうのどうだ？
やればいいんでしょ。切り刻む。 楽しみましょう。たまらないわ。
うわ
No criticals allowed. How dare you? Yeah. Oni chat.
行きます。潰れた。もう逃がしなさい。
うわ
いやいや。お父様。
Uh-oh, she terrored us. Whatever shall we do?
連中だな。他にやることないの？
あら、怖い怖い。あなたも私をいじめるんですね。触らないでください。あなたも私をいじめるんですね。もう耐えきれない。
行くぞ。
はい。私まだわからないけど、この気持ちにちゃんと向き合うって決めたから。ブルーヒルでロマンシア。見たかった。
計略だ。
潰れて。待って、もう苦しめ。お父様、ぶち抜いてあげる。あら、怖い怖い。貫いてあげる。
Now it's time for the heavy hitter.
蹂躙しろだなんてたまらないわ。身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かしてあげる。行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ。サラスバティメルトアウト。見たかった。楽しみましょう。歯ごたえがないにも程があってよ。
We are punishing poor Abigail. And it's not even her fault. Everybody, you can lower your mings. Alright, it's time for like an actual fight. So let's bring out the heavy hitters. Oh no, too expensive. I can fix it. There, not too expensive. Yeah.
Abigail, does it hurt? Wait, the smell. Roses. Yeah. What should I do? Is it okay to set you free? Lavinia, we are putting Abby back to normal. The descent is almost upon us. Abby is still here, but it's too late. What? She can reach such realms.
Your Honor, Judge Hawthorne, this is not yet over. Continue the trial. You will see this through once again. You will sentence these witches. Yes, of course, Mr. Carter. Order! Order! Good. That's it. Uphold the honor of the Holy Court and continue this trial. Continue to pass judgment here in this god-forsaken Salem until a god worth worshipping appears. You shall do it as many times as it takes. You shall revive as many times as you must, until you are no more than a lump of writhing tissue.
No, you shall not. This court is no longer in session, Raum. You may have tried to use the entire city of Salem as a catalyst for summoning a host of spirits. But the people of Salem's magical energy is running dry. You have nothing left to work with. And I will not rest until every last grain of gold dust that slipped through King Solomon's fingers is returned to him. That is what I swore I would do as a heroic spirit.
Oh yes, I will eventually return to the void where my kin awaits. But not yet. No, not yet. Good God. Matthew. Luke. During the trial, the Queen of the Southern Kingdom stood beside those of this age, confirming their guilt. She had come from the ends of the earth to hear Solomon's wisdom for herself. But here she found one who far surpassed Solomon. Let us now review her fifth sin. This is the most grievous yet. Placing trust in others. What a foolish, naive thing to do. Abigail's unshakable faith shrouded Salem in a veil of light. It was this very thing that completely obviated guilt, and with it, any distinction between good and evil. Thus were these sinners stuck in purgatory, neither punishment nor forgiven for their foul deeds. Enough. Enough to give even the Witchfinder General a chance for salvation. Enough for him to see healing in a place so dripping with evil that even I cannot stand it. Abigail, you have sinned once again. Yes, it is because you are a sinner that you trusted me. I'm guessing that's supposed to be frog noises. Gouda of Kodia, Queen of Sheba. If you want her, come and claim her. I shall protect my niece with my life. Now pray, 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 pray. Punishment, 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 punishment. Ask for punishment. Ask and you shall receive.
The demon god pillar Raum. He's behind this entire abnormality. Gouda. Mash. Gouda. Da Vinci. It's so good to hear your voice again. Our comms must be back online. Damn straight, and that's not all. In case you haven't noticed yet, the mist, the bounded field clouds that have been covering Salem are rapidly dissipating. I'm looking at the area you're in right now, and we're finally getting data about your battle. And whoa, This reading! I knew it had to be a demon god pillar. Hang in there, I'm sending reinforcements. Thank you, that would be great. No problem. Not that you'll need them, seeing how the US Army is on its way there as we speak.
Yeah! Try this glorious star-spangled banner on for size, you cretins! Wait, I'm not sure that's a good idea. More people could end up hurt. What? Why?
What are you saying, Gouda? Don't be ridiculous.
No, my friend has a point. Magical energy is being consumed at an absolutely astonishing rate. And not only on the East Coast, but across the entire continent. This consumption is primarily taking place in heavily populated areas. We are receiving more reports with every passing second. This phenomenon seems to have no regard for the old bounded fields in place whatsoever. I don't have time to choose my words carefully, so at peril of being laughed out of the room, I believe the very underpinnings of magecraft itself are starting to become fractured.
A heretic!
Not again! That means there are casualties among ordinary people in this, correct? Then valor of the battlefield is all the more important now.
Da Vinci, is there anything we can do? There's still a number of Chaldean agents and mages cooperating with us that are keeping an eye on Salem's perimeter. I'll ask them for help. No, wait, that won't be nearly enough to make a difference. We'll have to call on all the help. Alchemists, agents of the Holy Church, knights. I'll have to put out a maximum alert letting them know there's a heretic that could pose a threat to us all. Whatever happens, I swear that I will assume all responsibility on behalf of Chaldea.
That could end up giving them an excuse to dismantle Chaldea as it stands now. But I'm afraid it must be done nonetheless. We have no alternative.
That's why Chaldea exists in the first place. Even if every last record is scrubbed away, Chaldea will still have fulfilled its role. We're the first line of defense, whether we're up against a heretical sword projected from a demon god pillar, or a threat to all of humanity itself. We will be the shield against the legend poised to descend upon us, and against the relics of heresy. The rest of the staff and I will take it from here. Mash, you focus on staying abreast of the situation. And Gouda, I need you to focus on this next decision. Listen up, Gouda. We're going to temporarily seal Salem off again. Only this time we're going to do so from the outside by establishing multiple bounded fields. Unfortunately, this means that you'll be sealed in there too. If you're unable to resolve this in the limited time you have, then we're going to have to use every means at our disposal to incinerate everything within these bounded fields we're about to erect. Even knowing that, do you still...
Yes. I can smell its alluring aroma everywhere. The descent is almost upon us. Ia, Igna. Ia, Cthulhu, Fatan.
よし、戦いだ。苦手だけど全力で行こうか。
ではこうしよう。つまらん仰せの通り。
いいとも。
That's right, we're not trapped in here with them. They are trapped in here with us, though.
どうかな。おお、いいとも。星の内海、物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。ふん。
No cursing. That's rude.
いいとも。それ。
罠だ。
どうかな。お
All right, Realm, let's go.
必要な戦いなんだよね。行くよルビー。ドドンとやっちゃいましょ
お任せ。夢のように片付けよ
う。お任せあれ。ルビーお願い。
お任せ。夢のように片付けよ
私はもう。
王の話をするとしよ
Now that's what I call big damage.
血管系、リンパ系、疑似魔術回路変換完了。これが私のすべて。クインテッドファイヤ
う。星の内海、物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
That's about what I expected. I didn't think we were going to be able to kill him in a single turn.
祈りを捧げる。
ほいほい。任せて。打ち当た
報いを求めよ。祈りを捧げる。
Ba 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 da bum.
つまらん仰せ。
Garden of Babylon plus Waver getting crits equals
投げかわし。
lots of MP again.
兵装最大補充。外なる断りをもって惑星を再定義する。異端創生式。なる。
Owie.
祈りを捧げる。
Also Owie. Where are the subtitles? That's a good question, isn't it? Perhaps the answer is hidden in the heart of battle.
ルビーお願い。私はもう
王の話をする
何も
としよう。
諦めない。任せて。筋系、神経系、血管系、リンパ系、疑似魔術回路変換完了。これが私のすべて。クインテッドファイヤ
星の内海、物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。 罪なき者のみ通るがいいガーデン・オブ・アバロン
Garden of Babylon.
さらば与えられん。
Ow.
さらば与えら
You
れん。
can't just do back-to-back crits like it's something to do.
報いを求めよ。
Freaking rude dude.
物理で殴るつまらん。
お望みのままに
Rudicus Dudicus.
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地。帰らずの陣。破ってみせるがいい。罠だ。
どうかな
Ba-dum-bum.
仰せの通
どうかな
り。罠だ。
When is Abby's banner? Hold on, let me just call up the Fake Go NA team right now on my personal cell
報いを
phone
求めよ。
and ask them for you, bud. I've got them on speed dial just for this.
Oh, 王の話をするとしよう
Mm-hmm. Hey, Albert. Hey, what's up? Hey. No, stop crying, Albert. Yeah, yes, I know. I know the people are very mean. Yes, I'm calling about the mean people again.
ガーデン・オブ・アバロン
Well, if you don't want them to make you cry, you gotta put the information out, bud. I don't care. No. You just go in the fetal put. Yeah, okay. All right, so when? Uh-huh. Really? Okay. All right, chat. Albert says the Abigail banner will be out when y'all stop being so damn
夢の
cute.
ように片付けよう
So never. Sorry, guys.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか
私は声任せて
Fuck you too, Albert.
筋系神経系血管系リンパ系疑似魔術回路変換完了これが私のすべてクミンテッドファイヤー打ち当たす
これでよい。これでよいのだ。
犠牲が少なければそれでも勝利。
I like that his death dialogue is "This is fine. This is fine." Smile. Ooh, phoenix feathers. To be fair, his big plan for the outer god to touch the earth, it's kind of already come to fruition. More melt bullying powers. Abigail. Abigail.
Realm, I mean, Carter's head is tearing itself off.
He's going full crow. I think he means to take Abby down with him. Robin, shoot him! Damn it.
Lavinia!
He was aiming for her all along. The space-time gates are increasing in number. No non-fictional mage can hope to stand against this threat. Her sixth sin is barely worth mentioning. Abigail will surely abandon everything. Human hearts, words, hope. Grr.
She just crushed Rom under her heel. Abby. Lavinia. Lavinia. I guess she's dead. Lavinia.
Abby's like a total different person again. Kirke, is there anything we can...
Abby! It's too late. I'm afraid so. Abigail lost the last of her humanity while Realm kept us busy.
I see. I guess there's nothing we can do but take her out. Robin!
Bolts cannot reach her.
Yeah, kinda figured, but had to try.
Sutafan, Sutafan, thou art a sinner. Thou art the sixth knot. To seek redemption in this land of heresy is to reap the devil's harvest. Now let us pray to our Father who art in heaven. Sutafan, Sutafan, thou art a sinner. Thou art the seventh knot. To seek redemption in this land of purgatory is to worship false idols.
Oh no, it's the CG again. Go away, evil CG.
Uh-oh. This distortion in the bounded field, this violation of religious precepts, that's not a demon god. It's a false god in every sense of the word.
Abigail, did a god just possess her?
Pain, aching, suffering. What are the most precious joys for a human? Happiness, love. These all fade and disappear. But the guilt one feels over one's sins, that torment lasts forever. Even in death, it is the impulse that drives evil ghosts to act and turns them into detestable ghouls. Is there anyone who has never sinned? Is there anyone in this whole world who is not a child of sin? No, and so I will bestow my gift upon all sinners. Punishment. Punishment in the form of unadulterated suffering. That is the only path to redemption. So I will bless each and every person in this world with suffering. That is my joy. Abigail, please stop this. The gates reach all across time and space. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still not accustomed to using them. Ah, this bounded field keeps obstructing me. I can't focus my aim. I can't inflict enough pain. I see. So I can't reach outside, even though all I'm trying to do is find the most sinful people alive. Then, if I just reach through the bounded field itself to send pain directly into the mages' hearts. Please, stop this!
Abigail, you're...
I see you understand, Mr. Ringmaster. Unlike MASH.
You don't have to do this, Abigail.
Even with all these people looking for salvation, your happiness is my happiness too, you know.
I'll be happy once I've saved you.
Save me? I can never leave Salem. Not ever. My own sins still sleep deep within this land. So then, I'll just have to make everywhere part of Salem. I'll connect everything myself. Master, we must kill that false god.
Neja,
That, not Abigail. It is a false god, an evil god. If Abigail has fallen from grace, truly possesses untainted strength, then something should remain, even after we defeat it. My own soul is proof of that.
right, Neja. I got it.
Yeah, that's right. Everything. England, Rome, Jerusalem. I'll connect them all to each other. To me. And then I will bestow eternal, unending pain. Pain. Pain upon everyone.
Chat, are you ready for pain?
まとめてゼリーにしてあげる。
Look at this awesome backdrop that we're in now.
つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの？
やれ、切り刻むわ。アンドゥアンドゥたまらないわ。私まだわからないけど、この気持ちにちゃんと向き合うって決めたから。ブルーヒルでロマンシア。
Am I happy that Abby is safe? Yes. Of course.
つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの？よーし。
行きます。
無駄だ。
刻むわ。ふん。はい。楽しみましょう。
Oh, I kind of thought that wouldn't quite be enough. Well, yes, if
我
you...
は門を知れり。汝見ることあたわず。待って。もうすぐよ。
As I was trying to say, of course you're sick of farming for steaks already. You spend all your time farming for one thing, you will get sick of it quick.
貫いてあげる。
It's time to commit some crimes with this child.
やればいいんでしょ。はい。
Crime ballet.
身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かしてある。行くわよ。行くわよ。行くわよ。行くわよ。行くわよ。サラスバティメルトアウト。見たかった。見切れるかしら。潰れて。
Didn't think the fight was over, did you?
これでどう？苦しめ。苦しめ。あなたも私を触らないでください。あなたも私をいじめるんですね。
じゃあこういうのどうだ？
やればいいんでしょ。切り刻むわ。行きます。やればいいんでしょ。楽しみましょう。見切れるかしら。
うわっ。
苦しめ。はっ。
Behold, as we continuously traverse from one reality to another. Over and over again.
やればいい。切り刻むわ。私まだわからないけど。
Close one door and open
ちゃん
another.
と向き合うって決めたから。ブルーヒルでロマンシア。見たかった。見切れるかしら。これで終わり？出直して。
Doom. Doom. All right, time for the actual fight. Since it's the actual fight, we're gonna actually bring Mr. Merlin here, and you know, just in case something happens. Just in case shit goes down. Bale went back in time. Andrus shut down during his escape. Phoenix is trapped in the pain of his endless life, and I'll be making a garden to tend to my wounds. What about you, Ram? What will be your solution to all of this? Good question. I believe I will put my faith in faith, superstition, delirium, enlightenment, fiction. They will be my tools to end reality. And what do you mean by that? This world is rife with legends, with stories that are neither divine, mystical, nor demons incarnate. The Mages Association has a department dedicated to folklore. It is one of the association's most closely guarded secrets. What's more, it is guarded by Brishsan, one of our king's pupils. I will see what I can accomplish by combining these legends with superstition. I believe I will start by creating a town steeped in superstition. I will conduct trial after trial there until I get the results I want. We exist solely to save mankind. However, neither faith, nor old age, nor permanence, nor hope has been able to save humanity so far. I'm sure you now understand this too, Zepar. The truth can never save mankind. You're being rash. We have not tried every truth or version of it. Your conclusion is... Silence! Enough. You're just like all the other fools, piling failure upon failure with no results at all. Truth is useless. My key lies in superstition, fiction, things that don't exist in this universe. Things that don't exist in this universe? Do you mean you're going to open paths to alternate worlds? Places that don't even exist in parallel dimensions? That is beyond us. We were born of order and common sense. We are bound by this world's laws. Even if there are universes outside our own, you have no means of reaching them and no attunement to them. Indeed, but by sheer mad coincidence, I won't have to reach it myself. Humans, Zepar. Humans have already taken care of everything. Happily, a fictional mythology describing the fever dreams of a single man just so happens to also describe a higher being from the outer universe. The two align perfectly, and a tiny part of that being has left an imprint on this universe. Even if every word of this man's story was nothing but sheer delusion, he still succeeded in opening a path. This was doubtless a prophecy, and in this mad prophecy, I saw possibilities. I will take this madness, this fiction, and make it real. This new reality is what will save mankind. Yes, of course, we should have seen it all along. We could never do it ourselves. This very universe makes it impossible. In which case... what we needed was a monster from another world, who is not bound by our laws. A being who abides by rules that even we, in our limitless wisdom, cannot comprehend. And it is this fictional foreigner who will finally put an end to mankind. Finally. Ridiculous. A number of dropouts emerged from within us during a battle at the Temple of Time. Demon God Raum, in Geisha's absence, I decree the following. This delusion of yours will be your undoing. Your approach already failed 14,000 years ago. Oh, I tried this before.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ringmaster. It's just not working. Good. Now I'm sure I can't save anyone that way. Gouda, this just isn't enough suffering to save the world.
She's going even stronger. What's going on outside of Salem?
Gouda of Caldia, I'm sure you understand. You also wish for everyone in the world to be saved. Isn't that right? Isn't that is why you were invited to Salem after all? Your guilt sought solace here. I mean, it is a truly horrific sin on your hands. The people of Earth missed their chance to be judged. Ever since, they've lived with souls unsaved. That's a far greater sin than anything Sanson or Hopkins or Uncle Carter ever did. But that doesn't matter anymore. You no longer need to suffer for your sins. I'll pardon you myself.
I wish for that. Does this mean that I was the 7th guest?
Senpai, please get a hold of yourself.
But if she's telling the truth, am I the one who's gone mad?
Master!
L'amour est la peur. I don't know. L'amour est la peur. La peur? I don't know. Smack me in the face.
Robin!
You're out of your mind if you think our ringmaster's got anything to feel guilty about. Look, Chad, I can't speak that language. Shut up. I can hear your thoughts, Chad. Quit being so mean. I got no clue what you're on about, but I know you're dead wrong about that. Take it from me, if our ringmaster had any unconscious feelings, it wasn't guilt for the world. If anything at all, it'd be responsibility to all the people he failed to save. Arrogance in believing that he could have done better if only he'd somehow done things differently. He may be great, but he's still just an ordinary person, same as me. There's no way he ever wished to save everyone in the world, not even once. He couldn't give a rat's ass about saving people in a walled garden. All he cares about is making sure everyone's got a bright future ahead of him. Robin! Ah, there you go. You've got that easygoing spark back in your eyes. That's more like it. I mean, enough's enough with this no killing no matter what crap. You can't go around trying to seek forgiveness from people who are already dead. Otherwise, that scholar guy wouldn't have a damn leg to stand on. That was his last ray of hope, after all. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Robin.
You servants have no rights to tell the living what to do. Abigail, you're a servant too. The only difference is that you've got all of Salem's incredible magical energy at your command. That's not true.
Abigail, let me show you what it's like outside.
Senpai is right, Abby. There's a great wide world outside of Salem. A real world that no book can do justice, not even the Bible. A world that people built working together and are still building even more to this day. That's the sort of future we have the power to create for ourselves. So what? Did you figure it would be easy to save just a single child? Is that what you thought? There. I just broke through your little barriers. I guess that I just couldn't hold back any longer. Now there's nowhere in the world that I can't reach. Some stubborn mages are still putting up a fight, but they'll all crumble sooner or later. Okay, this is really bad, Gouda. She's effectively got her hands on unlimited magical energy now. And she's not going to stop forgiving until everyone on this planet is neck deep in unimaginable torment. No, we won't let that happen. She's got to have a limit. She's just got to.
Right. Besides, we're still in this too.
Kirke, I know that I've already put you through a lot, but I have one last favor to ask. I wouldn't say that myself, but anyway, let's hear it. Abigail still isn't using the gates to their full potential. She hasn't completely fused with this outer god of hers. That means that Mash is right. She does have a limit. She should be able to punch through the barrier and hurt Gouda, but she hasn't done that either. So I'd like you to help me seal up all of these gates from the inside, Kirke. After all, you're good at locking people up and making sure they never escape, right? Huh? You've got a lot of nerve saying that to my face, you know. So what you're really asking is for me to help you take the full force of all that torment she's directing at the outside world, right? I suppose you could put it that way, yeah. Look at you being all honest. Alright, I'm in. Can't have one of the last remaining witches show me, the Queen Witch, up now, can I? Alright then. Gouda! Oh, right, we forged a contract, so... Master! Sheba and I are sitting this fight out. Instead, we're going to use our magecraft to make another barrier inside of this town hall. You can't. That's tantamount to suicide. God would never allow that. Sorry, rookie, but the only deity that I worship is Hecate, goddess of witchcraft and necromancy. And she's nothing like this superstitious hokum of yours.
Oh?
Wait, no way! Master, the weight on our shoulders is gone. That barrier got rid of the spell that's been weakening us. My full power, now unleashed!
Then that means...
Thank you, Queen of Sheba. Thank you, Kirke. You're... welcome. But if you wouldn't mind hurrying up... Yeah, please? Your master sure likes to take his time, doesn't he? Yes, he does.
Abigail!
Mr. Ringmaster, the time for play acting is over.
Oh, Abigail? You can be so willful sometimes, can't you?
Yes. Yes, I am very willful. Which is why I can't wait any longer. I'm dying to forgive you before I forgive anyone else.
Sorry, but that's not gonna happen. I'm even more willful, remember? I can't wait to go on my next journey. I'm dying to see what new friends I'll meet.
No. No, you can't. Absolutely not. If you do... Father may forgive you, but I never will. So please, would you do me a favor? And die in vain, here in my Salem.
Sorry, Abigail, but your banner hasn't even come yet. I haven't even rolled you yet. I've clearly got too much to live for.
人間たちは懲りないわね。
ではこうしよう。クー
切り刻むやればいいんでしょ。楽しみましょう。
星の内海、物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。 ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
見切れるかしら。
いいとも。
つまらん。
アンドゥ。
罠だ。
Come already, so you can spend 100 quartz for disappointment. Why don't you have more quartz, Nep Smug?
いいとも。
In fact, Nep Smug, there is a way that I know of that you could have more corpse. There are things that you can use.
我は門を知れり。汝見ることあたわず。お父様。貫いてあげる。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
貫いてあげる。
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me, Abigail.
身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かしてあげる。行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ。サラスバティメルトアウト。見たかった。楽しみましょう。たまらないわ。
Wow.
待ってお父様。苦しめ。
The full team stun.
待ってもうすぐ苦しめ。
ではこうしよ
お望みのままに。
う。仰せの通り。
王の話をするとしよう。
Chat, remember to dedicate your life to the tentacle.
星の内海物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
見切れるかしら。苦しめ。はっ待ってもうすぐよ。
So, chat, guess what? She's most certainly not just 254,000 health. That's a lie. She has a tiny bit more than that.
切り刻むわ。あら怖い怖い。
いいとも。
やれ。
ふん。
見切れるかしら。苦しめ。苦しめ。ぶち抜いてあげる。
くだ
存分やっていいのね。やればいいんでしょ。
It's Brick Bar Light, yes.
邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうかしら。消えなさい、サラスバティメルトアウト。痛かった。アンドゥ楽しみましょう。たまらないわ。
Oh, I forgot to use Merlin's booth there. Oh well.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。いいとも。
罠だ。
どうかな。
Here it comes.
イグナ・トゥフルトゥ君が我その真髄を宿す写しみとならバラの眠りを超えいざ究極の門へと至らん。クリフォーライゾーン
Rise on.
少しはしゃぎすぎたかしら。
Well, that's unfortunate.
待って、もう苦しめ。
That's a real unfortunate person to be targeted there. Quite literally the worst one to get targeted. Oh well.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。王の話お望みのままに。いいとも。星の宇宙に物見のウテナ、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。ふむ。柄ではないんだけどね。
苦しめ。待って、もうす苦しめ。触らないでください。あなたも私をいじめ、あなたも私をいじめるんですね。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
ではどうしよ
Luckily, we've got Lip here to make
もう耐えきれ。
things a little bit better. Lip for the backup.
私まだわからないけどこの気持ちにちゃんと向き合うって決めたから。ブルーヒルでロマンシア。痛かった。やあ、もう逃がしません。 苦しめ。
I'm going to unlock your butt, Abigail, and nobody can stop
苦し
me.
め。 行きます。
どうかな。
苦しめ。
Nobody can stop me, chat. Least of all you.
苦しめ。
Hit Passion Lip one more time. Oh, yeah, perfect.
もう行きます。私まだわからないけどこの気持ちにちゃんと向き合うって決めたから。ブルーヒルでロマンシア。痛かった。あっ、潰れてもう逃がしません。いや助けてお父様。バカな人たちキューブにして捨ててあげます。
That's a sad death line. Ia, Ia. Please save me, Father. Poor Abby.
No, please, come back! God is disappearing from within me. Somebody, anybody, please take me away from here. Anybody. Abigail. Lavinia. Lavinia's breathing again. Kirke, did you do this? Yep, sure did. I gave her some medicine to alleviate her shock from the blood loss right after she collapsed. But I'm afraid there's nothing else I could do to help her. Sorry. The anesthesia is the only thing keeping her going, but all it's doing is helping with the pain. Abby. You're back to normal. I guess I failed again. But I think maybe that's a good thing. I was always jealous of your golden hair. The demon god pillar brought me and my family into this world. We never existed in the real Salem. We're just characters from a work of fiction. Oh no, you're so cold. Please, Lavinia. Don't go. Stay with me, please. Somehow, it was all so real. Does that mean we were really friends? Friends born under the same comet? Of course, we'll always be friends, comet or no matter how much time goes by. I remember watching the sea with you from that hill. I wanted to see the whales one more time. Lavinia.
I think Abigail has suffered enough.
I don't know. I just can't say. But I can say that her malicious aura is gone now. Neja was right about that. Besides, I think it would be the height of arrogance to interfere in other people's lives to try to save someone at this point. To try and rob someone of their chance to repent and make amends. If anything, I'm the one who should be punished for acting so thoughtlessly.
I see. You regret having asked Lavinia for help.
Yes, and I think that I always will. But even so, Lavinia, I'm so grateful to you. I pray that your soul finds its way home, back to where your family is waiting for you.
Time for the epilogue. The end of Salem. The next day, the Common, the final day in Salem. Bounded field partially disabled. Salem final day.
Oh. Robin, Mesh, Neja. Thank you for helping me bury Lavinia. Of course, we wanted to mourn her as well.
You bet. She helped us out the whole time. Or a whole lot, even.
I think she'll be really happy here. I think so too. Do we not need to light incense? No, we just pray for her. Here, put your hands together like this. The boundary around Salem is shrinking, slowly but surely. The bounded field enclosing the whole area should be disabled pretty soon. Then you'll all be able to go back to Caldia. I'm so happy for you.
Salem is still here even though we beat the pillar. I guess it's only a matter of time until Salem is gone.
That's true. I'm sure Realm played a significant part in creating this fake Salem. But most of it actually depended on Abigail. No wonder Realm chose her.
How are the people from modern day Salem doing?
They're all pretty weak, but I don't think they're in any danger. I expect they'll all be back to normal once they return from the other side.
Edison will be glad to hear that.
Yes, well, after everything, I don't really see any of them getting a sound night's sleep in the near future. But then again, maybe that'll serve as inspiration for some authors and artists who live here.
They pretty much owe you their lives, Sheba.
Well, I couldn't have done it alone, and I really was too reckless when I first got here. Still, I wonder if His Majesty would be pleased with me.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'd be thrilled.
Then that's all the reward that I need.
Sheba was summoned by her namesake, and now that the contract's over, she'll return to the throne. So does that mean, is my temporary contract with Kirke over too?
I've got a pretty good idea what you're thinking. In this particular case, Sheba and I were summoned pretty much on the same conditions. Since we checked in together, we'll also be checking out together.
Sure you don't want to come to Caldia?
No. Not even a little. I never did manage to entice you to come along with me, after all. Plus, you seem like the kind of guy who really gets around. That sort of thing really isn't for me.
Just for that, you're joining the harem.
That said, if Hecate and Fortune smiled on us and brought us together, I could give it some thought. You just can't say the words, can you, Kirke? You'll never earn big money that way. Or is this actually some of that wisdom that comes with age? Shut up! So hey, by the way, me and Sheba here are both servants, right? I hope you understand at least that much. But in Abigail's case, she wasn't summoned from the throne. She's a pseudo-servant created entirely within this fake Salem. The moment it disappears, she's going to vanish alongside it. Pretty different from a standard summoning. You can say that again.
Exclamation point! Whew, thank goodness. It seems I really have come to Salem this time, albeit on the brink of its destruction.
Huh?
What the? Ram the freaking demon god pillar? Does this mean we never finished him off?
Why are you back here, demon god pillar? Uncle?
Wait, please, I bear you no ill will, I swear. My name is... I'm afraid I do not have a name I can give you just now. But perhaps you would be so kind as to address me as Chandrap. I mean, the cosmic traveling gentleman. I'm guessing the man you know is the being who made off with my body. Then you're really you? On one of my missions, I needed to fall into a deep, very lengthy sleep to catch a horror that threatened the world itself. Let us say only that the most relevant words pertaining to it were ocean and cephalopod. But unfortunately, while I was sleeping, my body was stolen from me. By Ram the Demon God Pillar. That's right. Much as it pains me to admit, I'm afraid I possess a temperament that makes me, easy to possess. What's more, Salem was home to my ancestors, so I have a deep connection to it. No doubt Ram wanted to ensure there was no one around who could easily infiltrate this land. I imagine that's why he set his sights on me. I'm terribly sorry for the trouble my ineptitude in this manner has caused you. Now I get it. But don't worry about it. It wasn't your fault.
Excuse me, but I thought that Ram's human body was destroyed after he died.
Oh no, that wasn't a problem. As you can see, I'm still fit as a fiddle. For a demon, or perhaps I should say as befitting a demon, this pillar was quite conscientious. Even if, in my spirit form, I was able to maintain the connection with my body, and so learn some of what this demon god pillar knew. And that is why I already know about you, Abigail Williams. In fact, you are why I've come all this way to Salem.
Me?
That's right. I'm sorry I took so long to get here. I see that is the grave of someone about whom you cared very deeply. Uh-oh, that rumbling. Sounds like Salem won't be around much longer.
Let's head for the center of town. We should have a little bit more time there. Okay. Goodbye, Lavinia.
Abigail, you are a living silver key. As such, you are able to open all manner of gates across time and space and travel between them freely.
Me? I can't do anything like that. I can't even leave this place. Well, maybe I did open some gates once, for a moment. But really, that may as well have been a whole other person.
Don't worry, you'll learn. There's a trick to it. You possess a crucial ability that humans need in order to remain safe when facing off against gods. Even if it is a parting gift from a dead demon god, it would be a shame to lose it. So I would like to offer you a choice. Whatever your decision, I will support it. If you want, I can completely seal away your silver key power right now, erase some of your memories, and take you to whichever time period you like. Or, You can leave Salem and come with me, and travel across all of time and space. The Doctor Who proposal.
That's amazing. Are you... You are like Maitreya, though you do not look it. For that matter, your universe is not ours.
You're right. Traveling across all of time and space may sound nice, but it is tantamount to jumping off of a ship at full sail. Even so, I don't think it's a bad proposition. It certainly beats disappearing along with this land. I'm afraid we don't have a lot of time for you to mull it over, but I do believe it's worth considering. Well, Abby, what do you say?
Oh my! That's the first time you've ever called me Abby, Uncle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose that was far too familiar of me. This is, in truth, our first meeting, I suppose. It's that cat. And it's got friends. I guess there are still living creatures here. Oh, hello. Yes, come here, come here. You don't say. That must have been very difficult. So you still have a great deal of living you wish to do you?
He's talking with the cats.
Okay, you've got a deal. I'll take you all with me. I'm sure we can find a place for you on the dark side of the moon, or perhaps somewhere further away.
This is so strange. You're nothing like my last uncle, and yet you're still him. Abby.
Abby, what is it that you want to do?
Mash, Mr. Ringmaster, even though it's falling apart, everything I care about is still here in Salem. I know that Lavinia's gone and all the other villagers have returned to dust. But this is still my home. Even if it's a cursed land where witches were hunted unjustly, I still love it. I'm sure that you already know this, Mr. Ringmaster, but I committed a terrible sin a long time ago. Then I went and did the same thing again, here in this false Salem. I was trapped by my conscience and by my wicked impulses, and I just couldn't get away from them. The demon god may have tempted me, but I still accepted his offer.
Abby understands that she's a servant now. This is making it even harder for her. Then what if we tempt you with a counter offer?
But even with all of that, Mr. Ringmaster, I can still hear him. I can still hear what Sanson said to me at the gallows. It rings in my ears, plain as day. Is it okay for me to die? Is it okay for me to abandon Salem and wish to become somebody else? God would never forgive me for what I've done, and yet
That's for you to decide, Abby.
Mash? He's right, Abby. Nobody can pass judgment on another person's heart. But they can still extend a helping hand. I may be younger and more inexperienced than anyone else here, but I do know this much. Life has any number of opportunities to step off the stage, and just as many to perform on a new one. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'll come along and travel with you, Uncle. My dream has always been to go on a trip somewhere. Anywhere that isn't here. That is a good dream. Trips are good things. Thank you, Neja.
I'm glad to hear that. I should warn you, though, my journeys tend to be more than slightly unpredictable.
That's okay with me. Maybe someday in some other distant world I'll even get to see Lavinia again. Besides, you never know. If God wills it, then I might even become a new servant in Caldia at Gouda's observatory, right? If I disappeared here and now, that would be the end of it. But if someday, by some fantastic stroke of luck, I managed to become truly free in a far-off distant world, even if I'm not really me anymore, I'm sure whoever I am will still want to keep journeying. Right, Mash? Yes, that's right, Abby. As long as we're bound by fate and fortune, I'm sure that we'll meet again someday. That sounds wonderful. I can't wait. Oh, and Uncle, I hope you don't mind if I call you Uncle. If I really do have that kind of ability, do you think I could promise something to Mr. Ringmaster and his companions? You know how you said your mind and body each existed independently of each other? Well, I was wondering if I might be able to return Sanson's memories to the Sanson in Caldia, the ones from before his execution, I mean.
That all depends on how much work you put in. It would be a difficult thing to do, though, even for me. But I can't say it's impossible, though it certainly couldn't be done anytime soon.
Then in that case, I have even more reason to travel with you and learn as much as I can.
Well then, I suppose we should get going. Are you ready, Abby? Let's see. Good, you've got your two friends, and I've got mine.
Yes, Uncle. They're a bit heavy, but I can manage.
Well then, people of Caldia, I suppose this is farewell. I do hope this body of mine doesn't make any more trouble for you from now on. Oh, and just in case that false god... On second thought, never mind. In the first place, my work is not yet complete, so the strange tales I've heard in my own summoning tomes don't quite line up yet. Farewell.
Please take care, everyone. It was wonderful to meet all of you. Mash, you're so lovely. Matahari, you're so kind. Robin, you're so thoughtful. Neja, I love everything about you. And Mr. Ringmaster, thank you for showing me a play that I'll always remember. If you ever meet another me, I do hope you'll be kind to her. And I know I can be naughty sometimes, so if I am, I hope that you'll scold me.
Hey, I like naughty girls too.
Oh my, I don't envy poor Mash having to keep her eye on you. Oh, and of course, thank you for all of your help, Kirke. Don't worry about formalities. Besides, you weren't really a witch after all, so you don't need to look up to me or anything. Oh wow, you really can't say just how you feel, can you? Did I sound like her? Huh? And last but not least, Tituba. Oh, I'm sorry, it just kind of slipped out. That's okay, Miss Abby. I hope you have a wonderful journey. I will. Thank you. And goodbye.
So even you cry from time to time, huh, Prince Neja?
Do you have a problem with that?
Nope, not even a little.
Senpai, Cody is about to bring us back too, and I don't think they're going to wait much longer. Well, there's my wind. I guess that this means it's time for me to set sail. You know, I actually kind of really enjoyed putting on plays with you guys.
See you later, you cute little witch.
Nope, don't like it. Don't get the wrong idea. The next time we meet, it'll be you coming to see me. Of course, you'd better not expect me to just sit around waiting forever, so I might just show my beautiful face in Claudia sometime.
Kirke going full tsundere.
Okay then, I have one last thing to say myself. I swore I wouldn't bring this up earlier, but now... There's always an oasis to be found, even beyond the desert. So chin up. Don't lose sight of the stars, and keep putting one foot in front of the other, like any good Chaldean should do. I'm sorry?
Did you just predict the future, Sheba?
Now where would the fun be if I told you that? Some things are better left unsaid. Kirke, Sheba, it was great meeting you both. I hope that someday we can...
Well, looks like it's our turn to leave.
Senpai, it's happening over here too.
Right, I almost forgot. This is our final race shift.
Senpai! Senpai! Give me your hand!
You got it, Mash. Let's fly back together.
Thank you, Senpai. There's nothing that I'd like more.
One day, let's go on another trip.
Master. Wait, something doesn't feel right.
Oh crap, we forgot to give Abby back her pendant! Are you sure you don't want to go back? Go back?
Oh yes, you can go back home, back to the throne. Or even back to the very beginning, a clean slate if you're so inclined. I'll open the gate for you either way, Charles Henry Sanson.
I don't need to go back anywhere. I believe I've done what I set out to do.
I see. In that case, you already have the key to the gate you need to open.
Key? No, I don't have anything like... Wait. Where did my sword go? Would you by chance know what happened to... Excusez-moi. I didn't mean to step on your foot. Please forgive me.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just glad your shoes didn't get dirty.
I see. So it was you all along.
Now, come on, Charles. Can you hear that music? Are you a good dancer? You certainly don't look like you are.
It's true. I'm a terrible dancer. I never did have anyone who would dance with me. So, if you don't mind, I would be grateful if you would teach me.
Of course, I'd be happy to.
Sanson got himself a good end. There we go. This should be the final epilogue. Caldia. Caldia Dining Hall, the morning after returning from Salem. Not bad at all. I believe I can say this turned out well enough. Although... Oh, morning. Bonjour, Robin. I see you failed to get a good night's sleep yet again. Mind your own damn business, Frenchie. What's that on your plate? Fried egg on toast? Not really a fancy noble's breakfast, huh? I'm not a noble. This is a croquet, madame. I'm told it's quite trendy right now, so I thought I would try it out. I also tried adding a bit of rhubarb jam and cream cheese. It may not look as good as a Gillette, but it should still be a nice pick-me-up for a busy morning. The only problem is it's a little too big to eat comfortably. How so? Just pick it up and go at it like it's a burger. What's that pile of paper you've got there? You reading something? I asked Mash for this. It's a book of the plays you all performed in Salem. It's quite interesting. I see.
There you are, Robin. I see you're here too, Sanson. I hope I'm not interrupting breakfast.
Oh, bonjour, madam. Medea. Why not pull up a chair and join us? I prepared beverages just in case someone else showed up.
Thank you. I would love some coffee then. What an odd combination. I feel like I'll get heartburn sitting between a nice guy and a show-off.
Yeah, I wasn't the one who asked you to sit with us, you know.
By the way, Sanson, is it true that you were resummoned at the same time Master and everyone else returned from Salem? And that you don't have any memories of what happened after you ray-shifted there?
Oh, so it would seem. I have no idea what happened in Salem. But strangely enough, I still have my memories of everything that happened prior. Though I'm afraid it resulted in Acting Commander Da Vinci conducting a rather invasive examination to clear me of any suspicion. My butt still hurts. Then again, I hear that there was recently a big to-do with another imposter, so I suppose I can understand.
I see. I guess we both had our fair share of bad luck in that area, though in different senses.
Well, hey, all's well that ends well, yeah? Easy for you to say. Even I wasn't sure what to make of it all when I was resummoned. It's a strange sensation. Master and Mash are giving their reports right now. Once they're done, it'll be my turn. Some nonsense about how if we all report in at once, we're likely to fall prey to confirmation bias or something. Ugh, what a pain.
So, Robin, whatever happened to Kirke?
Aha, so that's why you've been following me around since last night, is it? Well, Medea, let me ask you, how do you feel about that little pipsqueak? I gotta say, she really put one over on us.
I think that was her way of getting revenge. I can't really blame her. I definitely wasn't exactly respectful towards her when I was younger.
And now you are?
Sometimes I look back on what she taught me and I can't help but think that I was stubborn and immature. I confess that it pains me to admit that, though. So I thought that if I was ever able to see her again, I would have liked to thank her properly. While most of what she taught me turned out to be useless, I still appreciated her kindness at times.
I think I know what you mean. I hate it when my old master's nagging pops into my head at the worst possible times, too.
Right? So come on, Robin, work with me. I need more details about what happened in Salem. Aren't you curious too, Sanson? You seem awfully unconcerned about all this.
I'm told that Master will tell me all about that himself later, so I plan to wait for that. Whoa, seriously?
What is it, Robin? Why does that have you so shaken up? Come to think of it, you are Auntie's type. Don't tell me you and she...
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not shook up at all. Hey, how about some Monsieur de Paris? What did you say? You know, that sandwich you're making. It'd be a lot easier to eat if you cut it in half diagonally.
Monsieur de Paris? Is that a recipe you came up with, Sanson?
Ah, now I see. You're suggesting we cut these guillotine style. This may sound strange coming from me, but that doesn't seem like a great way to start one's morning.
Compared to porridge 3 times a day, that actually sounds rather nice.
I see. Well then, if we're going to do this, we'd better do it right. Tomato paste should give it a much bloodier look than rhubarb. We'll need meat for a bit of realism. Okay, I'm sorry. It was just a joke. So was that. Once Mash and Master get back, I think I'll ask them what they think of this recipe too. That's not quite what I was expecting for an epilogue. I was really expecting, like, Kirke to show up, or something along those lines. Well, either way. With that, we have judged Salem. And the thumb pointed down at the end. That's why it was destroyed. Alright, overall, I liked Salem's story and everything. Not bad. Not bad at all. Much better than Agartha, in certain ways better than Shimosa, in certain ways a little worse than Shimosa, but I liked it overall better than Shimosa. Compared to Shinjuku, though, about even, honestly. I like both Shinjuku and Salem quite a lot. A fair bit, at least. Definitely didn't reach quite the heights of Camelot or Babylonia or Solomon, but I mean, hard to reach those heights. Those are lofty, lofty heights. Either way, enjoyable story. Most characters enjoyable. And I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time watching it too. Thanks for watching the Salem stuff, guys. Thanks.